I'm just sweating to death out here because it's hot. But I was out here working, swinging an axe, cutting down some saplings because I'm cheap and I don't have a chainsaw anymore. Um, but I was thinking about, it's made me think about warriors and different stuff like that, and it reminded me of this the story, kind of one of these like atheist arguments against God and how He's not a living God and all that. And it was about, and I can't remember the details, but it was at some time in some place, there was an earthquake and a bunch of people died in a church, like a cathedral that collapsed or whatnot. And how this was supposed to be a sign that God didn't have favor on these people or something like that. Or if He didn't, then He's unloving because what about these people and all this stuff. And they never actually answered the argument, because the argument against that is, well, if you don't have God, then all of that death is meaningless or whatnot. And they're trying to say if there is a God, that all that death is meaningless. And it just doesn't really make sense on a bunch of levels. One, if you're Christian, you believe your final reward is in heaven. And so everything that happens to you on earth is kind of meaningless. It's a sacrifice to God. So we don't really care or shouldn't care what happens on this earth. So the whole dying in a cathedral thing, as if that's like somehow punishment, um, is actually kind of ridiculous. And the other thing they ignore is that that's like, if you're a Christian, that's like in the kind of like 300 equivalency style of dying. Like 300, like as a warrior, um, as a vet, understanding the warrior mindset. Like we kind of idolize like the 300 Spartans. Dying outnumbered in a lost cause and just going down fighting, knowing it's for a good cause, and kind of like enjoying that spirit of combat at the same time. Well, for the Christian, that is dying for the faith, okay? Or dying in the act of worship, okay? So, like, that is actually a good thing, okay? So it's like, you mean that my last moment on earth is giving glory to an almighty God, and that God deems it worthy enough. He's like, you know what, you're good. I'm just going to take you right here. And not only that, I'm going to take your whole family at the same time, and you're just going to like chill in heaven for the rest of eternity. Um, that's not a bad thing. So anyway, just some thoughts, and just how people don't understand Christians like at all. All right, peace.